Welcome to News in Brief from Marjayat Global Network. Daily meetings of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi. The Grand Shia Islamic Jurist Ayatollah Shirazi in-person meetings with large numbers of people, including religious scholars, university figures, and social and cultural activists, as well as public groups of people on a daily basis. In these meetings, the attendees report on their activities, explain their views, and listen to the guidelines of His Eminence. Statements by the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi among female students. A group of female students from the Islamic Seminary of Lady Zahra gathered at the central office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi and listened to the precious statements of His Eminence. The Grand Ayatollah Shirazi pointed to the verse 19 of chapter 17 of the Holy Quran and introduced willpower and diligence as the founding factors for success. His Eminence added that willpower and diligence will also help mankind to achieve a good life in this world and the hereafter. Furthermore, the Grand Jurist stated that willpower and diligence of the believers to spread the culture of the AhlulBayt is essential in all Shia communities because they should clear all misconceptions about Shia Islam. In the end, the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi prayed for the success of all female students of Islamic sciences. Rasul Akram Institution publishes The Awakening Jurist. Rasul Akram Cultural and Religious Institution, responsible for distributing the thoughts and viewpoints of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi, has published the book of The Awakening Jurist in Persian and Arabic. This book is a full survey of the views, thoughts, stances, and statements by the Grand Jurist Ayatollah Shirazi in different political, social, and religious occurrences. In 2 sections, this book will provide the readers with a thorough and overall understanding of the Grand Jurist in cultural and social and political, jihadi, and legal matters, the youth, Shia Islam, culture, colonialism, the media, and missionary works, as well as important global and regional developments, are all discussed in this book. The Book of the Awakening Jurist comes in 211 pages and in 500 copies. Activities by AhlulBayt Cultural Center in Basra, Iraq. Following the orders of the Grand Jurist Ayatollah Shirazi, AhlulBayt Cultural and Religious Center in Basra organized several programs and activities in the city. Sheikh Sadiq al-Basri, the director of AhlulBayt Institution, along with some members of the Shia Societies Association affiliated to Imam Shirazi World Foundation, held meetings with Mr. Muqaddam Ramzi Akil, the head of Passport Office in Basra. In this meeting, the delegates of the Grand Jurist emphasized on speeding up the process for obtaining passports. Dr. Ali Rahim, the Deputy Director of Basra Educational Department, was also the host of the Shia Societies Association. In this meeting, both sides talked about inserting religious materials in the educational curriculum of the schools in Basra. Al-Furat Strategic Center discusses protecting currency value in Iraq. Al-Furat Strategic Center specified its discussion panel to the topic of protecting currency value in Iraq. This conference was attended by experts who exchanged their views and opinion about the main reasons for the changes in the currency value of Iraq in recent years. Dr. Hussein Al-Shsban, one of the experts at Al-Furat Strategic Study Center, and Dr. Abdul Hussein Al-Galabi, a teacher at Kufa University, discussed this topic in this conference. The positive and negative impacts of the changes in countries' currency value were discussed as well. Attiyar Shirazi office runs activities in Baghdad, Iraq. Attiyar Shirazi office in Baghdad was hosting several cultural and religious programs in recent days. This office, which is dependent to Grand Ayatollah Shirazi, has been hosting some imams and believers from different mosques in the city, as well as leaders of religious groups. In these meetings, Mr. Ali Asabai, the director of Attiyar Shirazi office, conveyed the guidelines of the Grand Jurist to the attendants and emphasized on solidarity and unity. He further added that all groups of believers should join efforts to actualize the slogan of Hussein unites us in different societies. In the end, some books of the Grand Jurist were given to the attendants. as presents. Meanwhile, Attiyar Shirazi office participated in memorial ceremonies of the public army martyrs in Baghdad. This ceremony was attended by a large number of managers of Shia Islamic centers, civil rights activists, political figures, and the city officials. Mr. Ali Sarai was one of the speakers at this event. In his remarks, the director of Attiyar Shirazi office pointed to the defensive verdict of the great Islamic jurist, especially the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi, and stated, if it wasn't for the Iraqi volunteer soldiers and their strong faith in the AhlulBayt and their obedience from the Islamic jurist, Iraq would have fallen into the hands of the enemies. Activities by Islamic Action Organization in Iraq. The Islamic Action Organization, affiliated to the office of the Grand Jurist Ayatollah Shirazi, has been organizing several cultural, religious, and political programs in the past few days. In recent days, Mr. Mustafa Assadi, the director of Islamic Action Organization, hosted one of the leaders of the Iraqi tribes in Karbala, Sheikh Jassim Al-Uwayyad, in his office. During this meeting, this leader of the Iraqi tribe announced the readiness of its tribe to support Iraq's popular mobilization forces. Furthermore, both sides exchanged their views about providing supplies and supporting security forces and Iraq's popular mobilization forces. Sheikh Jassim Al-Uwayyad adored the sacrifices by the brave Iraqi soldiers and stated, "We take pride in all heroic actions that remind us of our forefathers in the past." In addition, the Islamic Action Organization hosted a group of active members of this organization in Al-Muthanna province. This group was headed by Mr. Taklif Az-Ziyadi, the director of Islamic Action Organization and the mayor of Al-Majd district in Al-Muthanna province, Mr. Ahmad Manfi, and Ms. Basim Rahim, two members of the Provincial Council and members of the Islamic Action Organization, will also attend in this meeting. Mr. Hassan Asadi, the Deputy Director of Islamic Action Organization of Iraq, was hosting these delegations. This meeting was held with the purpose of more cooperation among different branches of Islamic Action Organization and the youth involvement in the future of Iraq. In the end, the head of Secretariat Department of Islamic Action Organization participated in the great festival of Shsban holidays, which was organized by the Iraqi tribe of Al-Amr. In this event, Islamic Action Organization was appreciated for its role in defending Iraq against the terrorists.